What's up, gamers? Today we're going to talk about how Street Fighter 6 is a Kusoge.
Kusoge? I like that name. Because tonight will be the night that I will throw loop you over again. Don't make me pop the trigger, or I won't live to see loser's bracket. I swear it's true. Cause a throw life like you's impossible to find. You're impossible to find.
So, back Daigo Finance, Gary, the Clean Doctor Lab, San Level Gi 3, Justin Thong Ume Shots. What is a Kusoge?
I'm so glad you asked, Ellie. Kuso, or Kusoge, is derived from the Chinese Kusogeimu, meaning a game that I don't like.
Wow, I didn't know that. We in the FGC like to use Kusoge to describe games we think are a bit shit, and we are likely to go 0-2 as a result. If you attend a major fighting game event, you may hear people yell Kuso as they pass by a Guilty Gear Strive setup.
A Guilty Gear Strive setup?
A Guilty Gear Strive setup. Or after their friend loses in a shit game like Guilty Gear Strive.
Like Guilty Gear Strive?
Like Guilty Gear Strive.
Guilty Gear Strive?
Guilty Gear Strive, yeah.
Guilty Gear Strive?
Guilty Gear Strive is beloved in the FGC for having great charm despite reeking of shit.
However, some more distinguished games may even be considered Kuso, such as StreetFighter 6. I actually attended VSF12 in Birmingham this year, and I met music sensation Broski, who was actually a self-proclaimed expert in infamously broken World Tour carry character, Arky. And after playing me in a very close set of pools, he was able to make a loser's run into the loser's bracket and a loser's side of top 8. He spent the rest of the weekend complaining about a particular character after that.
Wow, I didn't know that.
When asked about what he thought of the current state of the game, he said, "It's shit, mate. It's just shit. 356 is a Kusoge. I don't know why Daigo made it." And the crowd just started clapping and cheering and crying. They just knew he was right.
Wow, I didn't know that. You know, at the same event, I think a couple years prior, there was another famous music sensation celebrity we found in the bathroom, if you remember. His name's, I think his name was ProblemX or something, some small timer. We caught him with his meat out in the bathroom taking a piss, and we asked him about the current state of Street Fighter 5 as the game was at the time. What did he say about that? I think he said something like, Street Fighter 5 is a pussy clout game, bruv, and it's shit. And after that, the strangest thing happened. Daigo emerged from the shitter without flushing, with his trousers still pulled down to his ankles. And he said, "I like that game," while crying. That's when he looked back into the toilet bowl and saw his own shit stains, and said, "Wow, the drive here must have really impacted my gut." And that's, I believe we were there for the creation, and you can blame ProblemX for this, the creation of Drive Impact as we know it in Street Fighter 6. Now,
One might say, Problem was the first problem out of an X number of problems within Street Fighter 6.
You're right. So I think this goes on to the segment where we describe why Street Fighter 6 is kind of Kuso, I think.
It is kind of Kuso. I mean, I think, really, like, it's on everyone's tongue, really, isn't it? The elephant in the room. Man on command grab.
Mate, you can't
Why
block it.
can't I block
you
it?
can't block
I can't even block. Now, in a
it.
good game, Blaze Blue, cross-tag battle, perhaps.
The neutral classic.
The pinnacle of honest footsies. Right, the golden age of mechanical neutral and footsies and poking and footsies.
And good neutral,
Don't get
of
games
course.
like this anymore.
They don't make games
man
that
on.
center around fundamentals, alright? Fucking, I'll have you
Not
know, I was playing that game every day since I was out the womb. I don't know if you knew this, but I was playing that game.
Out the womb?
Out the womb, yeah. Same place that Daigo came from. Different room, same like location though. And yeah, they just don't make games like that anymore. Like the thing is, like everyone talks about like Street Fighter 6 with its Drive Rush, its Drive Impact, and how there's no honest footsies. But what I find really confusing is how when talking about honest footsies and stuff, they always talk about this one really shit game. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's called Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. I think I'm saying that right.
Yeah. That was Daigo's shit game. That was shit.
Yeah, actually, like. I don't know. I think that was like the last game they made before Daigo got his grubby mitts on the franchise. So if you remember this, don't know if you were there for it, but like in 2004, when I was 2 years old, I was attending Evo at the time, alright? And Daigo was on stage and he was fighting this other guy. Don't know if you've heard of him, Justin Wong. Yeah, that's him.
Justin Thong?
Yeah, Justin Thong. He was just in a thong. I think that was a distraction tactic. If you ever heard of Mai, which I'll get to the relevance of that in a
His
minute.
nickname describes his strategy.
Yeah, of course,
He's
just
in thong.
Yeah, exactly. He's just in a thong. So he was up there playing fucking Shit Fighter 3 Turd Strike or whatever the fucking game's called. And there was a point in the set where, like, because in that game there's tons of neutral skips and half the characters don't work. There's this one completely devoid of neutral game character called Chun-Li, who I think is in.
He doesn't even play the game.
He doesn't even play
Made
the game.
For children.
Yeah, literally for
Actual,
children.
like, put your baby face in cake character.
Literally, I think I watched Justin Thong like mush the controller against his face for this set, I think. And through some miracle, I think there was some kind of like super cheat move that he used that made him cross the entire screen. And in that moment, something happened. Daigo managed to parry every hit, because in that Kuso game, you can't block all the time, right? You get chipped out if you block when you're too low health, which is stupid, because I don't think I've ever been knocked out when I've blocked a punch. So that's why the game's shit, if you were wondering.
Hey man, you ever just block a punch and you just fall asleep?
Yeah, that never happens. Never happens. And I've been in many fist fights.
Yeah. We've been out working, mate. Sweat, blood, and tears. You ain't ever mess with bad men like this.
You've never messed with back Daigo Finance, Ryan, Gary the Clean, Dr. Lab, Zan, Level 3 Geef, Justin Thong, Ume shots, dude. Never.
They had to redact a few of my nicknames because they sound too hard and solid.
Yeah, what was the one? The slit throat of the crescent moon or some shit?
Mate, the throat cutter of the crescent moon. That's what they called me in Japan after I scored a 3-pointer.
You did! It was insane! But yeah, back to the topic. So, Daigo had no choice but to engage with this really shit luck-based mechanic called parry, where he managed to somehow fumble his way to parrying all of Justin Thong's hits. And then he jumped in the air, I think he mashed a few buttons and managed to, I think he won. Something like that.
He probably won something. He maybe won the event, or maybe he lost.
I don't remember.
He fumbled his way there.
Honestly, yeah, who cares at that point? It's like, go play like a real game, like Blaze Blue Cross
Clobbering his silly little face on the... Yes!
Yeah,
he wouldn't make out pools in that game.
He would never. You can't just enter that game. Okay.
You gotta live that game.
The thing is that caused a ripple effect where, like, Daigo, after doing that, thought, man, this game is so good, I think I should become a game designer. So he immediately, just like that, got signed on to Capcom to make Street Fighter 4. And the thing is, Justin was seething at this. I asked him, I was there. I said, Justin, what do you think about the state of Street Fighter 3? And he said, it's a pussy Clark game, and it's shit. So what Justin did, he made this little indie company. Don't know if you've heard of this. Back Daigo Finance, Ryan, Gary the Clean, Dr. Lab, Justin Thong, Ume Shots. It's called SNK. It's called
SN Gay?
Yeah, SN Gay, like Kuso Gay, because Justin was so sick of it. And in the year of... Yeah, I know, right? In the year of 2004, he released his first fighting game, The King of Fighters 98.
Why did he start at 98? Couldn't he have started at 1?
I think that might have been the amount of hits Daigo got lucky in parrying, or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, there's deep lore to this.
Yeah. And, you know, eventually he'd go on to make Fatal Fury 2, which is, like, the spiritual successor, and, like... But not everything was right? Because, like, Justin Thong got really fucked up by this event. And he got really tired of, like, Daigo's stupid fucking Tatsu neutral skipping shitty fighting games. And he made Sam Show to compensate for that, where you have to play neutral.
The paragon of honest footsies. The prototype for Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle.
It's true! They have swords and shit.
Remember when he had that crazy PTSD moment?
I do.
Caused by that villain, Daigo.
He did.
And he was forced to put a parry into the game. As a panic response.
He did. I think he was screaming fucking, I was at full screen, dog. I was at full screen.
He was tweaking out. He was shaking. He's going, I'm full screen. It was horrible.
It was awful.
I was there.
You just had to be there.
You just had to be there. Evo.
So... I think from that, Daigo got word of that, and after making Street Fighter 4, where he deliberately took his favorite character and just made a top 5 version of him in Evil Ryu.
He had to let out his inner demon.
He had to let out his inner demon. Fucking Daigo howled at the moon.
25-hit combo, bro.
Literally, Daigo howled at the moon, and then the spawn was fucking Evil Ryu. Eventually, he made like Street Fighter 5 or something, which. I mean, we did ask about ProblemX, saying, like, Street Fighter 5 is a pussy Clark game. And, you know, I think this is true, Backshots. Do you remember what happened at the last major that we ran?
You know what? I remember plain and clear what happened the last major round. You heard of the mechanic, Ellie?
Yeah.
V trigger?
Yeah.
You know, you can just pop V trigger and you'll make instant top 5. Don't take our word for it. Take the Bean Man's. Motherfucking did one move and it was V trigger. Top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5 player of all time.
Of all time. He's on the list.
That's what a fumble this game is. This game, you fumble your way to you just V trigger.
Sure.
V-Man popped V trigger and said, nah, I'd win.
He did. It was scary. I was so like scared at home. I don't know how.
I was kind of shaken.
I'll
Look, running the event, we were cowering. It was like it was a school shooter in the building. We were under the desks. We were going, oh, you popped V trigger.
Yeah, bro. I was kind of scared about that, but we made it out alive. You know,
Never again.
Someone slobbering the controller called Basil, I think, won that tournament.
Yeah, that controller slobbering freak. That game was a plague.
That game was a plague. So, you know, seeing the success of SNK on the other side, where they definitely didn't go bankrupt, Daigo thought it was really time to lock in for Street Fighter 6 after the whole ProblemX incident, where he was crying. And that's why he made Drive Impact. And just to spite J-Thong, I don't know if you knew this is literally just to spite him. Daigo made parry, and he made it so easy, drive parry, that everyone can do it. So whenever Justin throws out a button, there's a chance when he sees the character glow blue, he starts fucking creaming himself.
No! Why did he do this to Justin Thong?
I don't know!
Did he hate him? What did Justin Thong do to you?
I don't know. This is why. This is it. This is why, like, Broski, the music sensation, thinks that Street Fighter 6 is just shit. Because it was made out of spite. And I think you remember this.
Oh.
We encountered ProblemX the next year, like last year at VSFighting, right?
He was there too with Broski.
And with Broski, we encountered him in the hotel with his meat out.
It's me out again. Ever hanging out.
What did he say about Street Fighter 6?
He said that's a Pussy Clark game. He said that game, Pussy Clark core.
To our surprise, Daigo emerged from the toilet with his pants around his ankles, crying. He said, I like that game. And he ran out of the hotel room.
But then Justin Wong appeared.
Yeah, Justin Wong appeared.
He was there too.
He was there too. He was in the hallway. What did he say?
He said, shit, I think we should put my characters in your game.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Daigo came back, still, pants around his ankles, sobbing, through gritted teeth. You know what he said? Should yell right.
Wow.
You know why he did that?
What did he do that?
Guess what?
What?
New SNK game littered with Daigo's filth. They're putting Ken Masters in Fatal Fury.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Instant failure. Nah, he's coming for Justin Wong's career. He couldn't leave it at just the parry. He couldn't leave it at PTSD. That little freak of nature.
Wow,
I hate Kusoge.
I hate Kusoge. And you know, just in case you think we're bullshitting here, why do you think Terry was so bad on release? Like, you know how good he looked in trailers, and then he was crap on release. That was purely because Daigo nerfed him, like 4 hours before the release of the character.
Daigo had to personally intervene to save us.
To save us.
Do you know, I think you could make a good analogy here.
Yeah.
I think you could say Daigo is very similar to Jesus.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You know, in Japan, they actually call Daigo Jesus Christ. Jesus the Beast Christ.
Jesus the Beast Christ. The Kusoge podcast will be right back after this interlude.
Yo, did you see Noah the Prodigy's trim at Frosty Faustings last night?
Oh, what, when he fought Double Kevin?
When he fought Double Kevin. Two Kevins at once.
I didn't know that. The trim was shit. Like, have you seen his trim?
I've seen his trim. That shit was ass.
It was dead. It was dead as fuck. I gotta be so for real. Like, if you look at, I don't think it's lined up properly. Like, he has the good at Smash Brothers haircut.
You just Smash Brothers haircut.
Fucking, there was no fade.
Bro cannot get a job with that.
It's true. There was no fade on it.
Fade? That shit was opaque.
Yeah, gang, that shit was opaque. You're right. And then you look over at Double Kevin. And he had that fade on. Like, he had that shit on for real.
Both of them, actually. Both Kevins.
Yeah, both Kevins.
Kevins had it on.
One of them was doing movement, the other one was hitting buttons. They both had that shit on.
They kind of risen on him.
They kind of risen
They kind of
on
mocked him.
They kind of mocked him.
They kind of mocked Noah the Prodigy.
It was crazy because, like, Prodigy stood up. Like, Deji stood up and he like, signaled to the crowd after beating Blue, I think it was.
No one cared.
Literally, like, I'm crying, bro. Why no one give a fuck?
They said, damn, this guy's sourceless for real. Even the commentators, they said that word for word.
Word
Yipes,
for word.
you got on the mic. He said, "Damn, this guy's sourceless for real."
He said for real, dog. He dead ass. That was real. Please go watch the VOD. Go watch the entire VOD. You will find it.
This trim reeks of shit.
He said it's a Kuso trim, which, you know, in
Kuso trim,
Chinese means trim that we don't like.
It does in Chinese where we're from.
We're literally Aki.
Anyway, back to the convo.
Yeah, back to the shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
The chicanery. The Kuso gamery, bro.
The chagrinery.
The chagrin. Daigo! So, to summarize, the reason why Street Fighter 6 is a Kusoge right now is that, number one, throw loops, right? Because I can't block them.
Oh.
Number two, drive parry, because it gives my goat just in one PTSD. Drive impact, number three, because it was made out of spite at ProblemX.
No!
Which, I have to say, just as, I don't know if this comes, after that second incident, fucking Daigo nerfed M. Bison Devil's Reverse, which is literally carrying the character. So I don't think he's forgiven ProblemX for that.
I think that's getting personal now.
And yeah, literally.
ProblemX might be problem number one.
Literally, I feel like they've got to have a money match or something. But yeah, like on the number 4, it's not based on BB tag, which you know is the pinnacle of all neutral. Like you know, Daigo should know this, right? He's the only person to win back-to-back Evos for Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear Rev 1. He's a hero.
He's a hero. He's a hero of the nation.
How he fell from Grey.
How Jesus the Beast Christ fell from grace.
He used to be into cool games.
Like Guilty Gear.
You can't have a good game if it's not based on Blaze Blue cross tag battle like Guilty Gear Rev 1 is.
Literally. Oh man, actually, do you want to run the first to 2?
We're on the podcast.
We're on the podcast. I didn't know
we're on
that.
the podcast right now. You didn't know?
I didn't know that.
Oh my goodness! What
Okay.
the heck?
All right, okay. So that's before we send off. What adjustments could you think we could make to Street Fighter 6? Give Daigo the suggestion.
All right, I gotta be for real with you.
Yeah.
You want to add another character to each team?
To each team.
Yeah, to each team. It's a team game now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Real game mode teams. All right, you want to change the art style? That shit needs to be anime.
Anime? I didn't know that.
It's anime. All right, I think Street Fighter is a pretty weak IP. I don't know, the characters are kind of boring. I think we should swap them for the characters of Ruby, Persona 4 Arena,
Yeah?
Under Night in Birth, and
Oh.
Blaze Blue Central Fiction.
Holy shit. Hold on, I think you're cooking. How does the tag system work, bro? Bro,
So you got assist, you can tag in, yeah, you can both be on the screen at the same time.
the same fucking, what,
you
like
can be
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite?
Like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Oh my.
Oh my god.
Sometimes we just have to mention peak. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps.
I'm getting
Thinking about how
goosebumps.
great that game is.
I'm getting freaking goose pimples, man.
Oh my goodness. I'm covered in lumpies. This game would be so much better if it was Blaze Blue cross tag battle. I think it should have some revolutionary new meter system that lets you super moves and tag in your partner.
Okay, that's cool and all, but I just had a great thought.
Yeah.
That's great, but I don't think Daigo has the cognition to do that.
You're so right.
You know
That guy's
what
kinda
really
silly.
sucks right now? Rashid's level 2.
Oh.
And Giles, and
enough.
Jamie's level 2, chief among them. I think they should introduce a new system mechanic where if you have 2 bars and you don't use your install and instead use like your level 1 super.
What? I had
yeah.
restraint?
Yeah, have
and
restraint.
Skill expression to use my level 1 when I had 2 levels?
Yeah, I think then it should cost 2 bars if you do it at level 2, but to reward your patience and skill expression and player expression and neutral and resource management, it should give you
resource? Like Gold Lewis Dickinson, the highest skill character in history?
Yeah, from Guilty Gear Strive.
Oh my goodness. What do I do with these resources?
Yeah, right. So what you'd do is you'd spend 2 bars on the level 1 because you waited to get 2 bars, and to reward all of that, it gives you a bar back, so the level 1 only costs 1 bar.
What?
You know, I think this would really fix the game up, the Kuso game up.
I think you just fixed fighting games.
I did it.
You just rewarded skill expression.
I did.
And player count. I think I just won a major.
I think I just won a major in my pants, bro.
I need a clean up on aisle my dorm.
Need
There
to
was
clean
Kuso gay everywhere.
True. Need to clean up on aisle Chinese cheap box. Anyway, gang, I think this is the end of the podcast. I hope you fell asleep. I hope you agree. Please go in the comments and talk to us about how much you agree and how you enjoyed our insightful comments on what Broski
And
said.
if you disagree, why don't you buzz off, bonehead?
Yeah, buzz off, dork.
No.
Nerd alert.
You're Kuso, bro.
You're so Kuso. You're literally Skibbity Chungus core, bro.
Skibbity Chungus with the Riz, bro.
With the Riz.
Get out.
You ain't risen. You don't like your cheese drippy, bruh. Fucking, I've got nothing else to say to these fools. What's your win quote of the day, Backshots?
My win quote? Go home and be a Kusoge man. This is back. Daigo Finance, Ryan, Gary the Clean, Dr. Lab, Zan Level 3 Geef, Justin Fong, Ume Shots, starting off.
As well as me, Ellen Geef, who doesn't play Geef anymore. I play the carry tournament winning character, Aki, baby. Alright, gang, see you later. Bye, broski.
I won't live to see losers bracket. I swear it's true. Cause if pro life you're accusing impossible to find, you're impossible to find.